of the questions we have been getting is, can you still be estrogen dominant in menopause? The answer is yes, and one of the ways that can come about is when our progesterone's been declining since about 35, that's just built in, that's going to happen. Then by 50, 55, when we go into menopause, the estrogen finally falls as well. And a lot of women at menopause, they plump up just a little bit because we do make estrogen in the fat cells. So that's kind of a cruel way of nature giving us a little bit of estrogen after menopause, is to plump up a little bit. So we have some estrogen, it helps a little, but it also, unopposed, it can cause fluid retention, make us even more puffy, gain some weight. So even in menopause, that estrogen you can still have an estrogen dominance because there's no progesterone to balance it, and she can still feel a lot of the fluid retention, weight gain, but because it's lower than what it was before menopause, she's also having hot flash night sweat. Maybe the hot flash and night sweat comes and goes, but she's still losing some bone loss. She's a little more irritable. She's biting people's heads off. She can't sleep. She doesn't want anything to do. No libido. There's no libido. She just doesn't care about it anymore. So what we would recommend at that point is, yes, we can get a baseline by blood work, but there's not a whole lot to test, so why are we testing? But we can get a baseline, see whatever is showing up, and then we want to give the woman the estrogen for the hot flash, night sweat, vaginal dryness, but we want to mimic nature and give her the progesterone to balance it, and then it's going to be the 2 to 4 milligrams of testosterone that we use to make when we cycle regularly that gives us the libido. But don't go take testosterone only to get your libido back, because if you don't have estrogen on board, you're going to have just some very unpleasant vaginal dryness. And a lot of women will say it's painful, it's like sandpaper. So you got to get them all back on board for it to feel, quote, normal again. And the other beautiful thing when you're on those 3 hormones post-menopause at a physiologic replacement dose, we're never exceeding the doses of nature that you made when you were cycling regularly, is it's building your bones and your muscles, keeping you strong, keeping you safe. So as each of us age, and if we tumble or fall, we don't automatically break something.